Good morning, Commanders, and welcome back to Clan Raid. I am Mathermar, and I will be showing you my first 3 attempts on Volcanus. So, whatever happened to Jormag, Draplight? Seriously, I'm getting a little confused with the raid order here. But anyway, we're going up against Volcanus. If you like what you see here, please do like, subscribe, and if you want notifications when I drop new videos, hit that notification bell. Also, if you have comments, please feel free to leave them below, and we will get right after it. We are going to be using the Eyes of the Ancient One. Now, I only have this at its initial rank or ascension, so I don't have any of the other modifiers, but it will mind control several units as we watch through these attempts that I've made. When you get to rank 1, that's, I think, when this would get really interesting. And now, Ghostin put out a video yesterday, I believe, where it shows the first ascension level. When a unit you are mind controlling dies, it has a percentage chance of spawning another Void Eye on its location. So with the way that we have this set up, I'll show you real quick here. This is my current setup. Things are going to die really fast. So if you have any of these things mind controlled, at least 2/3 of this is going to die in the first 5 seconds. And that's about the time that you have on your eye. So when you look at that again, for 5 seconds. So if anything that's mind controlled dies in that time, you get an extra Void Eye. So chances are that you could have multiple Void Eyes going on and make your life a little bit easier just burning through everything. Now, the only complication I see with that is that if you have something mind controlled and all of your units run past it, then you could end up having something turn around on your Frost Wizards, and that could be a complication. Now, the other new thing on the field, we have the Ring of Unity. I do have that to its first ascension, and we have discovered, at least as far as I can tell, that when you have try to get back there we go, when you have it ascended to the next rank, that they do overlap. So it is every 5 seconds that it alternates, but the duration of the buff lasts into that rotation. So bear that in mind as we watch this these couple of attempts. Now, we are using the standard melee blitz elixirs. We've got our power, we've got our immunity, and we've got our force resistance. We're sticking with the things that will buff our attack. So we've got Primal Warhorn. An alternative to that, you could consider the Claw of the Frost Dragon. That would be an excellent choice, just depending on which one you have more shards of. So anyway, I'll show you how I did. I had some fairly decent success here. So this was my first attempt, and I kind of been ping-ponging back and forth between how many Warhounds I've been putting into my builds, just because, as you'll see here, oh, and look at those eyes. So yeah, mind controlled a few things, and it did cause a couple turnarounds, but not enough to bother anything. But that might be different for you depending on your unit levels, depending on your artifacts. Now you'll notice the vast majority of the hounds are just bouncing up and down. They are not in range of the boss. They can't reach him. I still managed to do a respectable level of damage on him, and I clearly take the heart. But this is what concerned me, is I've got less than half of my Warhounds nomming on the boss. So I in my next round at him, you'll see that I've tweaked that a little bit, trying to get a different result. Okay, we're almost there. This one I think I did just shy of 6 mil, yeah. Okay, so just shy of 6 mil on that one. Now, I tweaked this one to put more Wraiths in, because I figure every single Wraith will always reach the boss. So all the Warhounds should also reach the boss. Now, my only concern was with this was, is it going to clear fast enough to get to him before he pounds the crap out of everything? It seems to clear. See, we got 1 second left, and boom, we got him frozen. So we're doing just fine as far as getting to him. And you'll see that, you know, everything can pretty much reach the boss. There's only a couple of hounds that can't. So we've still got, theoretically, the same number of hounds on the boss. We should have slightly less buff on the primal warhorn because we have fewer units. But I still not damaging as fast. It just doesn't match. Like, even though everything basically, except for that one little warhound on the bottom right, everything can reach the boss, and I've got him permafrozen, so there shouldn't be any problem, but I'm still doing less damage. So there's some food for thought for you guys. I don't think the Eyes of the Ancient One changed enough to matter for the level of damage there. It just kind of baffles me. You've got more things hitting the boss, more things in range, and yet you do less damage. So here was my third and final attempt. I tried to balance it out a little bit between the two, add more Warhounds, drop a couple of Wraiths. Again, the eyes do basically the same thing. They always just catch that front center. It doesn't really affect much. But this attempt, again, the timing is a little different each time. And now both of my Frost Wizards are basically shooting at the same time, and everything's about to get squashed. So this attempt doesn't go nearly as well as the first two, but it does show good potential for a lot of damage if I can get my Frost Wizard spaced right. So if you're going to try this, do tweak your Frost Wizards until you get them at the right spot for whatever build you're using. Try to keep your melee units the same, and then just adapt your Frost Wizards to where you can pace them properly. And you may consider dropping the Eyes of the Ancient One just because of that, because depending on where those pop, that can change how fast your units get to the boss, which is going to affect your overall progression, which means you're going to end up in this situation where your Frost Wizards are not hitting at the right intervals, and you lose out on all that damage. It shouldn't be a big deal if you're only concerned about getting hearts, but if you're trying to top your clan's damage meter, then you're going to want to get those Frost Wizards at just the right spot. Anyway, those were my first 3 attempts. Hopefully you're able to glean some good information from that. Yeah, again, it all comes down to just resolving on what your layout's going to be, and then catering your Frost Wizards to that layout to where they arrive at the right time. And again, you may want to drop the Eyes of the Ancient One just to make sure that it's dependable, that you can kind of predict the progression and where your Frost Wizards are going to end up. So please do like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Please feel free to comment, and if you've got a build you want me to try, we can have a look at it. We had some great videos last time around on Volcanus. We had some excellent community submissions for no elixirs, so please look that up. And thank you for watching. We'll have some more videos for you soon.